Hello Internet! Today I would like to introduce you to SIBOS, the simple image-based operating system. I'm gonna give you a quick overview first, and then we're gonna switch to a QEMU session and I'm gonna show you the system booting. So first things first, it's an image-based OS, similar to other immutable systems like Fedora Silverblue. It has a read-only root file system. It's written in multiple bash scripts. It has obviously a Linux kernel, BusyBox core utils. We use glibc and OpenRC for service management. Currently we have a bootloader. I tried to get AVSTUB and universal kernel image working, but after much prompting and much troubleshooting, I very much failed. So we're on Limine. The system loads, boots in QEMU and on a bare metal laptop. OpenRC works, loads, manages services. We have in air quotes package manager using install scripts. We have a central config file for version management and very basic networking. We don't have DHCP or DNS. We don't have like any storage of the network settings. But we can manually set them up with the IP command. Alright, let's switch over. Alright, we are booting from QEMU now. Using the default EFI firmware. At first we had a manual boot specifying the kernel image and the init RAMFS, but currently the bootloader actually works and loads everything. So we are in the init RAMFS now. We have first splash screen. It's loading the virtual image. Just give it a second. All right. So if we check our mount points, we have a root file system on SDA2. We remounted that, we can look here. Basically we extracted from our tar.gz file, tarball, and then we write it to this drive. And then after that's done and everything else is modified, we unmount it and remount it in read-only mode. And yeah, we have, I installed Nano just so you can see we have a binary that's working right now. Yeah, that's our status for booting. Alright, to get into the next steps, we need to optimize the scripts to build without the optional packages. Currently, when I don't include the optional packages, the root file system doesn't build. There's some checks that I need to re-implement or let Cloud re-implement, because currently it just says no, we can't build the root file system without the optional packages. And these take very, very long, so if we want to rapidly iterate, we need to skip them. We need to, basically the second most time-intensive thing of the whole build is the kernel. We need to set that up so if we don't have to rebuild the kernel for an iteration of the system, we have to store it somewhere else so we can just copy it during build. Then I want a graphical interface, which obviously kind of a long-term goal, but we'll see. We gotta test it on some more hardware, optimize the networking, look to let Claude create an install script. We're gonna go over that, see if that works the way it's supposed to. Then obviously we want to select the root file system. So we want to have like an A/B partitioning, so we can go back and forth to test on different iterations of the system. So we want to stay in the init_ramfs. Then we want to be able to basically do a touch command on it, update the Unix timecode, and then have some logic to check for the latest rootfs. So we boot the one that's updated the last. So we can switch between different ones and do like A/B testing. Then we need to move some of the OpenRC files to /var, so we can have etc on read-write. We have some specific directories like home, like varlog, and some others that we remount in read-write mode. So we have some persistent user data that already works. We can write things in varlog and it stays through a reboot. We want to have it in etc, so we can have some modifiable config files there. That currently is not the case, because if we remount etc, OpenRC breaks. But I already saw an option to move the OpenRC directory. Then we need some like kind of more advanced things like later, dbus pipewire, and have the build tools and an image so we can actually self-replicate the OS. Currently we're relying on Debian DistroBox to build it, but I would really like for the OS to be self-replicating. After that's done, that's going to be quite a lot of prompting, or I'm going to burn through some Anthropic tokens together with you on that. Obviously we want some more advanced package managing. I already have an idea what we're gonna do, but you're gonna have to stick with me for that. Then multiple root file systems. So the default one I would like to have without all the build tools, just so it's nice and minimal. Then I would like an extended one with some extra tools, and then dev, which has the tools to replicate itself. So we can, yeah, choose the level of the OS that you need to run for what you want to do. Then I want to have a repository. All of this is like super long term. So we can download the root file system if you don't have a machine that's powerful enough to do a local build. Or you can just download it from there and like A/B boot and everything. Maybe NVIDIA, maybe Chromebook specific stuff. I found that some things like sound are a bit of an issue on Chromebooks with other Linux distros. I'm gonna look into that. And then of course do like a release website git. It's kind of a long road ahead, I guess, but I hope we can go that road together. We're gonna look into our build again. Just gonna give you an overview of the current structure. We have our build script, which basically calls everything else. We have some logic. Let's look into the config. So we're declaring the whole size of the image, declaring the subpartitions, and over here we have some version management. And then we have in build system the scripts which basically create our image. And if we look in packages, we have our optional packages. These optional packages get built before the root file system, and then where do I have it? Create root file system that takes the optional packages and integrates it. At the end, I would like to give a shout out to Cinnamon, who inspired me to start this. He built a simple BusyBox Linux system, small init MFS using bash scripts last year in September. So I thought about that for a couple of months, and I had this idea myself to create an image-based distro using tarball that extracts at boot. And I thought, hey, maybe I could do something else. And when I got access to Cloud Code, I decided to give it a prompt to test it out. And so far, it's been going pretty well. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, I'm trying to get the next video out very soon, and we can go on that journey together. Have a nice day. Enjoy. Bye.